Yes, everyone. Thought I'd do a nice little nature spot for the Daily Dirt. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I certainly am. Um, Subscribed, liked, shared, blessed and not stressed. Hope everyone's good. Bit rainy and mosquito-y, so I'm kind of hoping a mosquito gets picked up on the recording. That'd be like a little thing. Um, my mate Josh actually sent me a message today. He was reminiscing about when we were younger, and he said that if you missed a weekend of going out, on the beers and whatever, then you made sure that the next weekend you were going out. It was like you couldn't miss two games in a row, if you use a sport as an analogy. And I certainly agree. It used to be the same with me. If I had one weekend off, like going out, the next weekend, it's like, right, I'm making sure I don't miss out 2 weeks and weekends in a row. And I think at a certain age, you really are missing out. You're missing out on the memories. You're missing out on the just getting drunk, which is exciting at a certain age. Exciting things happen, stories happen. People are doing all sorts of things as young people. But them exciting times, I think, dry up a little bit. When you get in your 30s, it gets a little bit more normal and you're sort of reliving the things that used to happen and you're sort of chasing it a little bit. And that's where people can lose their way and just end up, just drinking more and more, sort of in a bid to bring back the old times. And it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It's a bit of a young man's game, all the going out and silliness. It just doesn't really work once you got like kids and a life and a career, and you're just that little bit older. You've sort of seen it all. You've done it all. Your brain's telling you, this isn't that good anymore, but you're still chasing it. But in them early days, you really are missing out a little bit. Um, and I think it's important that everyone has to experience, going out and doing all the madness. And, if that's your path, if that's what you're into, that's what you got to do and learn for yourself that, these mosquitoes really are quite bad. I'll definitely bear this in mind next time I try and do a nature one. But yeah, that's a really interesting point that Josh said. So thanks for that. And he sort of also said, is it the consumption of alcohol that you feel like you're missing out on? Is that what you're chasing, or is it just the weekends out? And I know with myself, it was the weekends out with my mates, because I got dragged into, not dragged, but I entered the sort of professional sport arena at 18 years old. And you do have to sacrifice them weekends, the weekly nights out with your mates. And I sort of drifted away from my real friendship group in my early 20s because I was playing rugby, and then you end up drinking with your rugby people and you're in that bubble then, and it's really hard then for me to go, oh, do you know what, I'm actually going around my mate's house tonight just to get pissed with them and watch like YouTube and watch them get stoned basically. Um, and you have to fade away from it. But I remember really missing. I was still drinking. I was drinking more than all my mates, but I was missing them stories and the nights out with them, because you do naturally just have to fade away from it if you've got a career like professional sport. Um, so to answer the question, are you missing out on just drinking alcohol, or is it with the stories with your friends that you're missing out on? It's the stories, I think. I used to sort of get, oh, I've missed out on another weekend of that, and like a couple of lads' holidays I missed out on and stuff. And I'd always make sure, right, when I get to go out with them, or when I get to go on holiday with them, I'm going to drink absolutely everything and make sure that I don't miss out when I'm there. So that's my thought for, well, it's not even my thought for the day. That's Josh's thought for the day. So thanks, Josh, for that one. If anyone's got any subjects they'd like me to talk about, feel free. Hope everyone enjoyed the nature spin, because I certainly did. I've been bitten to death. But that is the price you pay for producing content for 5 people. That's the Daily Dirt. Have a good weekend. I'll see you tomorrow.